almost missed my date with you.
Yeah, maybe. Because they didn't reveal them.
I was looking forward to the date.
Oh no, it's a Final Fantasy VII situation where they're all clones. We're clones of each other.
Are they clones, or are they the guys for that are getting ready for reunion?
Reunion.
What?
Maybe.
Oh, the people that were injected with Genova cells.
Oh. Yeah.
In Final Fantasy VII.
Oh,
So
Get with the times,
to
Paul.
try to replicate Sephiroth. And there was a bunch of people that all had Genova in them.
Yeah, it was something that they never really explained in great detail in the original.
How?
Like, it was introduced so very late, like, it was kind of strange.
Give me my milk.
Well, expect to lose a life here.
Yes.
At least this part, this level's actually really
Come on!
really short.
Oh, I'm so dead.
Yeah, you're
Right here, actually.
You're really fucked. Well, luckily those guys only take one hit, but some of these guys were dropping milk.
The ones in the back were.
Yeah. Milk restores 3 pegs. 2 pegs. Uh-oh.
Well,
It's probably for the best anyway, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because you would have got to the boss, died, and then had to do this again anyhow.
Yeah.
Anywho. Well, peace.
Huh.
I'm sure there's a better way to deal with this. And we just don't.
If there is, I don't want to do it.
It just seems...
Nope, you got my milk.
It just seems so funny that we're just jumping into the bullet to take
Why the fuck not?
it. Yeah. Alright.
What? I don't need the coin.
No, it wasn't that.
There's you, and then you.
Oh.
Yep, that's fine.
Nice.
That's fine.
Oh, that you didn't have
Now
to
don't touch anything.
We've been expecting you again. You've had a very long
Almost
journey
hit start.
twice.
He almost hit start.
I know he did.
Start doesn't do anything. It's actually if you hit A or B.
Yeah, I almost missed my date with you. Yes, well, I have my edible panties on. How about we get straight to business? What's this about?
Who is it?
It's about survival. I am merely a provider of which is required for existence.
It's actually what is required.
I don't care.
Which is existence.
Provider? You're nothing but scum in a business suit.
Castlevania before Castlevania.
What is a man? Come now, there really is no need for such hostility. We are a legitimate service, which... Well, he's not a perfect clone.
Lies, cheats, steals, and assassinates.
Assassinates. Real legitimate.
I have to say, though, there's no English in this, though.
No, it's really good.
Their spelling is really good, and it's
Yeah.
actually pretty, like, spot on.
It's very cinematic
It
for
is.
what it is, and I'm digging it.
So, is this it, Mr. Hart? You disappoint me. I've waited so long for your return. How do you know my name? So he is Hart.
Yeah, you are. Hart.
Yeah, you're Hart.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I knew that.
You're Lieutenant Hart,
What do you mean, return? What say we call it fate?
brother.
You've got a lot of nerve,
Boy, yeah, there was a
Mr.
lot here. He skipped.
Fate? I don't think so.
It's like another half hour to the game.
How can you deny what you've already seen? Do you recall the capsule? Amazing resemblance, wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah, brother.
Oh boy.
I'm just a very pale version of you.
more sense now. I haven't
It's like Cable and Strife.
Your face, like mine, and that thing are all the same. Very good. You and I are merely dolls so like
To maintain this
homunculus.
organization. To keep it prosperous.
No, they're
forever.
clones, not homunculi.
dolls.
After me, you will take over. After you, the one in the capsule will inherit this organization.
Wow.
Nice.
This is our fate. Our destiny!
Oh my God.
Yours, maybe.
But that doesn't mean I'm part of this package.
Boy, there's a lot of cock references.
I see. You leave me with very little choice.
I would almost say try the gun to stay away from him so he doesn't swat at you.
Eh,
Because then you'll have enough time to react to whether you duck or jump over his bullets.
maybe
You know what
I'll
I mean?
use some. I'll use some grenades.
Yeah, maybe.
Don't defy me, Hart! You are one of us. This disobedience will not be tolerated.
I don't know. Do what you do. Do what you do, and if I happen to get to
Let's
it, I'll try.
do it!
Oh, my gorb.
Gotcha. No, boy.
Oh, that's right. His bullets go across
No,
the whole
come on!
His bullets go across the whole screen.
This
Yeah,
is
do
not-
what you're gonna do.
This is not good.
But it looks like his attacks are proximity based. So whether you're far away from him,
Oops.
he'll shoot the gun,
Yeah.
and if you're close to him, he'll swipe at you. But I don't know. It's up to you, dude.
Ah, damn it. All the way back here.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That strategy might work better with me, I guess. It sucks that his gun's better than yours.
Yes, it is. Very much so.
God, this music.
It's awesome.
You know what I noticed though? Nothing's really dropping like ammo and stuff. It's all coins. Oh no! Well, speak of the devil. I'm an idiot.
Well, it was coins before, but maybe it's because I actually used some ammo this time.
You lucky
That
fucker.
was weird.
You lucky
don't.
fucker.
Okay, we've seen.
All right, buddy. Good luck. That ain't gonna. Oh.
Ow. Damn it.
Well, if it looks like if you're standing, he shoots up. If you duck, he shoots down. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Damn it.
Oh yeah. This guy's cake, dude.
Yeah.
This is
actually
easy.
bait him for this.
Yeah.
And that's it. Yeah.
Holy fuck! Touching him takes off a lot of health.
No, that's
But
right.
if you duck preemptively, he'll
Yes,
shoot down.
yes. No, I wasn't ducking preemptively.
You know there's probably gonna be a second for him, right?
Sure. Damn it.
Wow, that grazed your booty cheeks.
It did. He got me in the fucking panties. That's
All right, buddy.
All right, come on. Oh, whoops. I fucked that one up. Okay. Oh.
Is this jumping pattern the same every time?
Not really, I don't think.
I know sometimes he was doing like that double jump shit, where he was jumping and then jumping again.
Oh, like that. Ooh.
Yeah. I've always liked in games when you end up fighting like clones of yourself or whatever.
Depends on how it's done.
Yeah, like this sucks.
Because like in
I'm sure there's another one.
Because in Castlevania, when you fight, well, Symphony of the Night, when you fight the
skills are
doppelgangers, those are cool. But
What a shame you won't
Shadow
be
Link,
needing
I always
them
loved.
any longer. Uh-oh. I just fucking did it again.
What?
Dracula
So, what do you hit?
hit his face.
Oh, yeah.
How
What the fuck?
how do you hit his face?
Maybe with a weapon? Cock. But honestly, he's easy. The clone's easy.
Oh, the clone itself, yes.
Yeah,
the
you
clone,
can
but
definitely beat the clone without even...
Is he the clone or you the clone?
I'm
mean-
the clone.
I look hard. You just gotta stay away from him. He shoots the waves that you can jump over that last one.
I just have no idea. Okay, here we go. Skills are impressive.
I think... Oh, well, try grenades or something. Something.
Yeah, I'll try
ranged.
something else, yeah.
Yeah.
I tire of this game.
You must die.
Come and get some.
Oh, wow.
This is literally... This sums
the
up what
80s.
the 80s was.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, boy.
Oh, and then he hops
not
under you, and now
good.
you're gonna get hit. Oh, wow.
Okay, wait a minute. Ow.
So you gotta hit him in the... Do you have to get under him?
I
under
swear
him?
to God, that might be what you have to do.
I don't remember doing that.
I don't either.
Well, alright. Let's give it one more go, and then I will pass it on to you.
Absolutely, my friend. It was really
I
fucking
forgot
fun.
that you actually recorded it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, part of it, anyway.
He did it with one hit.
Yeah, but
Well,
I'm
yeah,
dead here.
What's the point? It was almost squandage from the get-go. Well,
Well, here, you know what? Let's
Does he always
Okay,
juke
it's gonna be
that
right-
way and then that way? Okay.
see, and I... Oops. Damn it, I was so busy
think you were-
changing my weapon.
But I think you were right, though. I think that's how you have to do it. It's the only thing that makes sense.
Kind of.
Because to be honest, like when you're outside of him,
you just juke it, and
yeah,
you just juke him and hit him in the head each time you juke him. Like that's literally
juke him. And it looked like it was relatively forgiving underneath him.
Yeah, for the most part. Well, how much?
Could you stand up, or did you have to duck?
I wasn't even trying to stand up. I was ducking the entire time.
Oh yeah, you only had the one hit anyway. Fair enough, my friend.
Now, I want to.
What sucks is that ninja comes out and fucking.
But if I stay too close to the edge, like, the ninja's gonna hit me off the damn platform.
Right.
Ow. That was stupid.
I almost feel like this boss was designed for the the duck run. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You might be right.
At least he never throws grenades.
That's true.
Alright, buddy. Well, yeah, give it a try. Just
give it a
do what
shot.
you do.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem terribly difficult. He looks so ridiculous.
And he's always this side first, and then that side.
So to the left, to the right.
Okay. To the left first. God damn it. He's not really
second jump and boink
to the right here. Damn it. Okay, so he does actually do quite a bit of damage when he hits you.
Yeah, it does look like looks like he was doing about 3 pegs.
Well, if I could just get here, you know what? If I could just get there with a little bit more life, I feel confident.
Yeah,
I think
you'll close it out.
I think
you can.
You bitch!
You definitely got him.
Okay.
All right, buddy.
Ooh. Okay.
Jukey pukey.
Ouch.
And then hop, and bang.
Oh God. Okay, just.
I love that his sprite is like 3 or 4 segments. Well, you don't have to stand up to run to the other side.
No, you don't actually.
Yeah. So he's. I mean.
But you can actually stand up when. You can stand up safely when he's at his height, before his head comes down.
Well, I see.
There we go. Oops. God
wow.
Damn it.
4 pegs. No. Yeah, 4 pegs when he touches you.
Yeah. Oh, whoops.
Jump. Yeah, I don't know. Because his arms, I think, protect his head as well.
God damn it.
Oh, so you have to duck? It looks like you do.
When his...
Okay. When he comes down.
When he comes... Oh, God.
Wowie.
God, and then that fucking leg drag! Ah!
Ooh, baby.
Alright. I'll get it this time.
You got him. You got this. You got this in the bonk.
And you've got the parallax scrolling, too.
I'm about to say, the backgrounds have been really impressive for this game to me.
No. I knew it. You and your damn legs. You fucking sexy ass.
Looks like a big Terminator.
Actually, his legs look like the turtles.
By the way, his yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I know which leg's gonna go out every time.
How do you know?
So on this one, his right leg is gonna go.
So, okay. So then
So now on the next one, his left one's gonna go.
Oh, okay. Our left or...
His, our left.
His.
Yeah. Basically, whatever leg is out when he comes down, that's the leg that's gonna go out when he comes back up.
No! He had 1 hit left!
Ooh, baby boy. But you see,
now
saw
I got it. Now I got it.
Yeah, you got him.
I got
honestly,
it on this one.
Done.
I got him on this one. This is done.
This is his death knell.
Yeah. In case you ever wondered how that was spelled.
Urahaha. That's the onomatopoeia.
I love it.
The bank. In the bonk.
Okay. Okay, so the right leg?
Yep.
Aha. Okay.
Yep. And on
so
this one's gonna be
the left leg.
Yep.
Oh my God! Does it alternate?
It does.
Oh, whoops! I fucked that one up.
You sure did.
Right leg.
Yep. So you're safe there.
Unfucking real that I wasn't paying attention to that.
And now on this one, it's like once you hit him, you have to move.
Yep.
To the right.
I tried. Okay. That's that one. And now it's going to be the left leg.
Yes, sir.
So that, to that, to that.
There you go.
To that.
Done. In the bank.
Dude, done. Right here.
Done.
One,
boom,
and
boom,
two.
and boom. Done, son.
Boom.
Eat it. Nothing has
Third forms.
This is bigger than you or me. You cannot end it. You cannot destroy it. All right. Every dog has its day.
This is just...
Just remember, Mr. Hart, in you flows the same blood as mine. All right.
Which means you're gonna turn into a giant skeleton monster.
Dude, that would have been awesome if there was a stage where you played as a skeleton monster.
And now you gotta play as the other Hart and kill Hart!
This end music is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
And this is the staff.
Oh my god.
So it actually...
He looks ridiculous
He looks
from the
pretty.
side.
He looks pretty hideous.
You know who he looks like? He looks like the guy that played Get Smart. In like the... Well,
Steve Carell?
No, in the original Get Smart.
Oh, really?
I don't remember what his name is.
I don't know what his name is.
But he looks like that.
I just remember Get Smart, but I don't recall the actor.
Or he kind of looks
so-
like he would be like Inspector Gadget when he gets older.
Go, Gadget nose!
Do you know though what is very Oh, never mind.
Oh, there's more clones, obviously.
Maybe.
Yeah, they were already talking about
Yeah.
the other one.
Oh yeah.
Remember the one in the one in the tank? Well, it's the
No,
one that takes
because
over.
this is actually one of the very few games where it does not give you any closure as to the ending.
really.
He basically says, you know, Hart, nothing's gonna stop this. There's more clones, and this is not the end of this. And then he basically just says, every dog has his day, and he walks away. That's it.
I almost wonder if they were trying to set it up for like a sequel.
It's almost like it was supposed to be a franchise.
Yeah, maybe.
Or- yeah.
Or they were setting up a circle of constant happenings. The one you killed was in your position originally, and then someone else took his spot. So it's an
Oh my god, then if you play it again, it's just an never-ending loop.
ending-
Honestly, that's kind of clever.
It's an endless cycle of you kicking your own ass.
That is true.
I'm kicking my own
Yes.
ass. I'm
kicking my ass. You mind?
No, that's funny. Like I was just thinking about that. Like games where you end up becoming like a beast at the end. Mm-hmm. Can you think of a game? Because I got one off the top of my head.
Where you become a beast?
Where
at
like
the end?
like how he said you're me and like you kind of become a monster at the end.
I honestly can't think of one off
Aria
the top of my head. but-
Dawn of Sorrow and Aria of Sorrow, where
Yeah.
you become Dracula is
Yeah.
one. The end of
Lord
So
of
I was
Shadow.
thinking more like a literal
Yeah.
you become
well,
thought
basically
you
the
become-
villain
yeah.
at the end would be a good way to put it.
Shadow of War. I mean, Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of
Yeah.
War.
At
You
the
become the new Sauron.
at the end of
basically.
Gauntlet 4, you can choose to become, or you can choose to take the treasure, but you have to kill all your friends, or you can just leave without taking the treasure. But if you take the treasure, you become the next dragon that defend. Because Gauntlet's always about killing dragons. That's the whole theme of Gauntlet 4 is you kill the 4 dragons. But if you take the treasure and shit, you kind of succumb to greed after you kill like your friends, and you become the dragon that was guarding the treasure. It's
I got
kind of
another
cool,
one.
actually.
Uh,
And then like a guy comes at you trying to kill you.
Tales of Berseria.
Oh yeah.
What's his-
Thanks for ruining it, you fuck.
Well, you've already played part
I
of Tales of Zestiria, where they talk about the dragon,
If
and you know this one takes place before that one.
If
so-
you haven't played it by now, you're not gonna play it.
Oh yeah, I love the Tales games. I
You'll
played
get to it-
Zestiria and Berseria.
You'll
I
get
loved them.
through it eventually in like
Yeah.
20 years.
Yeah, eventually. But there we go, guys.
Spoilers,
Fucking
18 years
Vice Project Doom in the
bank.
We did this in 2 hours and about 2:15.
So basically, 2 hours and 15 minutes to beat it twice.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say, honestly, the real playtime of this game is probably closer to an hour.
and a half.
No, not even an hour and a half.
We were at 1 hour when we got to that level.
We were at 1 hour when we got to the 11
Before it
the
froze.
first time.
Yeah.
So I would say about an hour 10, maybe.
You think all of that you did at the end was about 10 minutes?
What do you mean?
That
Well,
whole-
no, now
doing
knowing-
level 11 and going through the process of
From-
learning it
He's talking about
was
doing
about
another,
a half hour.
another playthrough. He's
Oh,
talking about.
well.
Well, if the game hadn't frozen and we had to learn the level,
I
and
see what you're
see
saying. So you
it was
think,
about a half hour.
that's...
So it would about have been an hour and a half.
Yeah, I'm still going to say hour 15. Hour 15.
Either way, yeah.
Honestly, this game is... It as much as you can laugh at how I've stumbled This game is not that hard.
God,
it's not hard at all.
God, no.
Honestly,
Which we'll jump into it then.
Yeah, my difficulty for this game is probably a 3. You have unlimited... You were going to give it a 2, weren't you?
No, it was a 3.
Because I was going to say, the game is so forgiving with your life.
Absolutely.
The only difficulty is in the platforming, in that there's gaps, and you have extreme knockback. You have a little bit of control over how far you get knocked back, somewhat. Like, you can recover from it.
It's definitely not Castlevania knockback, where you're helpless until you land. This one, it feels like you kind of regain control almost halfway through the arc.
Yes.
So, like, just a little bit beyond it.
So you have basically a 50-50 chance of getting out of the danger that you're put in.
Yeah.
But that does make it difficult. But you've got unlimited continues. They're very forgiving when it comes to checkpoints.
And health.
You
get a lot of health pickups at the end of every transition.
Basically,
you get health. Mm-hmm. So yeah, F3 is pretty much where I was.
So
landing
honestly,
to.
it is definitely not harder than a 3, because you can pick this game up and you're gonna at least walk through the first 6 levels, maybe even 7 levels, before you really start to get a little bit of difficulty to it. But then from level 7 to level 11, the difficulty goes up a little bit, but it's definitely not. It's not anything too substantial.
The difficulty's definitely, like, the curve is very minimal. Like, the bosses kind of got tough when you first encounter them the first couple times. Like, some of them started to take off a lot of health.
Yeah, but
they were not that hard.
But then you find out that after playing each boss, like, each one of them has some kind of pattern that is so easy, where you can almost beat almost every single boss without getting touched at all.
I would say you could do a run of this game without.
You probably could do you probably could do.
Well, except for maybe the shooting segment. That might be kind of difficult.
That would be difficult, yeah.
But yeah, otherwise this game really is it's a very Black Sheep's not the right word. It's like a lot of other games of this style, like Ninja Gaiden or Shatterhand, as we've said multiple times, or like some of the other platformers like this. But it's such a far cry from it in the fact that life is forgiving as fuck.
Oh yeah.
Because like Ninja Gaiden, almost after like stage 3 or 4, everything takes off 4 fucking pegs of health.
So here's the thing, is that it's almost as if this game was going for, like, everything that everybody complains about with Ninja Gaiden is that the game is fantastic. It's a cinematic masterpiece as far as Nintendo games go, but the game is so brutal in difficulty. This game, it's almost as if they took every single complaint that Ninja Gaiden got and decided to do something about it so that it wasn't as difficult as Ninja Gaiden. Yeah. You have, if I'm not mistaken, you probably have more than 16 pegs of life. It's 20, yeah. 20. So you have more than Ninja Gaiden.
Actually, you could take 5 hits at 4 pegs.
Each enemy hits you for at 1 peg, 2 pegs. Sometimes the bosses will take 3 and upwards of 4 pegs, but still, that's like a boss doing 4 pegs is different than a regular basic enemy doing 4 pegs of damage to you.
Like those eagles and stuff at the last stretch of Ninja Gaiden. Every enemy
does 4.
So basically you have 4 hits to get to the end. And
basically,
it's a fucking gauntlet of nonsense.
This game has unlimited continues, but it also has checkpoints too, which Ninja Gaiden did not have. No. You have a little bit of a recovery from knockback, which you did not really have all that much of in Ninja Gaiden. And there was a lot more treacherous platforming in Ninja Gaiden than there was in here, but they threw in enough platforming to where it did feel like a challenge at some points. Yeah. So you just weren't walking, just clear sailing through the level.
Yeah, I agree. 3 across the board on difficulty. So let's move on to our fun.
So this game,
I liked it.
It's got a lot of great things going for it.
It really does.
It's got enough things against it that I feel confident where I'm putting it. But I also, I'm not sure if I'm going lower than what you're expecting. But this game had a lot of good things going for it.
Absolutely.
It had so many different genres in this game, which is something that it gave you a little bit of everything. But the unifying theme of this entire game was never lost. You know, there's certain games where they say like, okay, I don't know what this game is trying to be, and it tries to be so many things, but it ends up being none of those, and so it's kind of jack of all trades, master of none.
Right.
This game actually, to me, it had a unifying theme to it, is that regardless of whether it was platforming, whether it was driving, whether it was the shooting that you played, the game was all wrapped in the same cinematic movie.
Absolutely.
And so, honestly, nothing felt out of place.
No.
Everything felt so good. Every level felt fantastic.
Yeah.
And everything made sense. So even though it has all these different genres in there, it makes sense.
It was cohesive.
It was cohesive.
Which a lot of games of this era were
not cohesive. If they had different genres, you're like, no, it should have either have just stuck with one or the other. Mm-hmm. This one, it actually made sense from start to finish.
Yeah.
Like I had said too, even the story, like the text and stuff like that, there was no spelling mistakes, which was unheard of for this time.
Yeah, it was very,
no
very
English.
well.
There was and the wording of everything was actually as realistic as like the 80s movies.
Yeah, so, it felt like that.
It really did. Even down to the stupid quips and the
the one-liners.
And the one-liners that they threw in there. So
absolutely.
The controls are really tight on this game. I loved how unique everything was. One of my issues with this game, the music, obviously we were talking about this from the get-go. I don't know why. They had so many good things going for this game, but man, did they not have a music person working on this game. Like,
no.
Some of the songs are really good, like the end credits music was fantastic, but then you would have, like,
they had weird noises that they just interjected throughout the soundtrack, which were very odd.
It was almost like that one guy who did the compositions for the director's cut of Resident Evil, where it was this the PlayStation Resident Evil, the director's cut. They redid the music because they had this guy who was like a 20-year... Like, he'd been composing for 20 years, and people thought he was this virtuoso. He was also blind and deaf, and... It was discovered after the game came out that he actually had a ghostwriter doing his music in his compositions. So he had no sense of tone or no sense of anything. It's like, I feel like this was the same guy. It's like, oh yeah, I think they're gonna really like this combination of notes, and you just have this random like you'd have this random note in there that it's just like, nah, it doesn't.
Well, that one stage where all of a sudden there's that one sour note right at the end of the... Yeah, it was so bad. But honestly, to me, that was the only real shortcoming. Other than maybe like a lot of the enemies were recycled, there really wasn't a whole lot of variety as far as the enemies go.
No, there really wasn't, but in and of itself, and not that I'm defending it, but at least the enemies that were in there, they were really...
They were well done.
They were well done. They were defined very well. They looked really cool.
The designs were amazing.
The designs were fantastic. The bosses all looked really cool.
I loved the bosses.
Like I said, I love the fact of, and this will be lost on you, but I think I knew what I was talking about, is the fact of the whole clones thing. It makes me like think of, in comics at this time, the big thing was New Mutants, and they had just kind of created this new character, Cable, who was just this ultimate badass. He had the big ass gun.
Cyclops and Madeline Pryor's.
Yeah, and he had the big shoulder pads and stuff like that. But then you find out that he had a clone, or like some kind of person. Well, you didn't know how he was related, but there was another person, Strife, who looked exactly like him, and you're like, what's going on? And this is literally what that is. It's
that's funny.
How they did that reveal. So
it wouldn't surprise me if there was some.
They probably had some inspiration from it, because that was like the big thing that was going on.
Not enough pouches.
No, that's true.
So yeah, for me personally, score-wise, the cinematics were incredible. I always love a game that gives good context, and this one was context heavy as fuck, and I loved it. It felt like Ninja Gaiden in that sense, where everything kind of rolled into the next, and it was very beautiful. I love the environments; they all felt distinct. Music was a little short, but love the designs of everything. I'm gonna go like 7 or 8. I actually really liked this game a lot.
So you actually were on point with what I was, and even taking into consideration where I ended up is when I first started talking about this, I was at a 7, at least a 7. I think after going through it, if my only complaints in this game, the only one is the music, and that, and this is such a slippery slope, but I almost feel like they could have made it a little bit more difficult. And I would be okay with it.
Yeah.
But the fact that you get 11 levels and there is so much uniqueness, by the time I was done kind of talking about this, I'm like, this game deserves no less than an 8. Honestly.
Yeah, I could see
I think
that.
this is an 8. Yes, you may say that this game takes a lot of different... Like, it doesn't have an original thought because the cinemas are like Ninja Gaiden, the platforming is like Castlevania Ninja Gaiden, the driving is like Spy Hunter and other games. You've got the shooting stuff, which is kind of like Punisher and Adventures of Bayou Billy. A little bit of Lone Ranger too, although I think Lone Ranger was actually 1 year after this. So this came first. But so yeah, it definitely borrowed a lot of different things, but honestly, it did it really well,
good.
and it felt cohesive, which is something that when you're this ambitious, it's so rare that you would ever see something cohesive when there's so many different parts to it.
What other games did Sammy do? On NES? I feel like...
Might and Magic.
Okay, yeah,
the
that was
Inner
Sammy,
Sanctum.
wasn't it?
They also did, actually, American Sammy did Orkista's Ring.
They did, you're right.
They did that one as well, too.
So they've done actually some pretty decent games.
I think Worm, or no,
it wouldn't surprise me if
Journey
Worm...
to
Journey
to the Center of the Earth. Yeah,
that actually...
They did that one, too. Yep.
So they did some pretty good games on the system.
Yeah.
I know they did some flubbers, as some companies did, but this was a gem.
Even in my opinion, Konami even had some flubs on the system
absolutely.
too. So everybody is entitled to their own. So
Yeah.
that's fine.
So 3 for difficulty, 8 for fun. Let's move on to price. What did you pay for Vice Project Doom?
So Vice Project Doom, it's so funny because I want to say I paid $2.99 for this game. But I also, and I don't know why. I think it was because I vividly remember going to the Kenosha Flea Market, which is no longer around anymore. They repurposed that building. But I found, I was looking for Nintendo games there, and I only found one booth that had literally 10 games there. And one of them was Vice Project Doom, and I think they were asking $5 for it. Now I'm kicking myself that I didn't buy that second copy, because I would have loved to just... Why not just have a second copy? But I only paid like $2 or $3 for this game. Like it wasn't expensive at the time, and it was a very relatively.
It was uncommon. I would say we saw it pretty often.
It was uncommon, but the weird thing is that I think that this game was very obscured, which is weird because it was actually featured in Volume 24 of Nintendo Power.
Yeah,
so I don't know how
it had a big spot.
I don't know how people kind of forgot about it, but at the same time, like I guess with all of the other big games that were coming out on Nintendo at the time, and 1991 was the year that the Super Nintendo launched in the United States, maybe it just kind of got forgotten.
Kind of like Little Samson.
Yeah, I mean, it could be. But yeah, I think it's more obscure, but now people are kind of realizing that this is actually it's a gem.
Yeah. So, as of this video on pricecharting.com, Vice Project Doom goes for $36.10. Paul, do you feel that is worth it? I'm on the fence. I'm not going to lie to you.
So here's the thing, is that it's very unusual for me, because when I hear $36 for a game, like that's pretty pricey, especially just like cartridge only, like that's really expensive. Honestly though, I would say that this game is worth it.
Really?
I honestly do. Just because of the fact, and actually Kevin is responsible a little bit more for the fact of that, because of the story. You get a lot of bang for your buck. There is 11 levels in this game. You get a wide variety, but never at any point did I feel like, God, this game is dragging on too long. I didn't feel like it was like like I got bored with it at any point. I loved the story. We were invested in it, and honestly, I think the game does have a replayability from it, just based off of that little like. Not conspiracy theory, but just the theory that it's like, you know what, you can play this game again, and it's just you're just looping. Story. You're just it's a cyclical story where you're just looping everything. So it's like it technically is a new experience every single time you play it. I kind of find that unique. How many games actually did that you knew of, where they actually built in the story to where it's a looper. It was a looper, so that you could play it again, and it technically is a different story.
God, I don't know. I feel like I have experienced one, but I don't remember what.
Yeah, I know. There are a couple of games I can.
But I
think they were like RPGs where basically when you won, you ended up getting sent back in time.
Or you'll technically. I mean, there are some games where it's like the whole thing. You find out like you were a dream. You wake up, and so it's like, oh, well, then you go back to bed, and guess what? Then it's a different. It's the same dream. So
yeah, I know what you mean.
But this is definitely clever in that sense.
Yeah. I could say that.
And maybe they were trying to build it up to a franchise or some kind of a series, but honestly, I think they scored on the first one. And
I think, honestly, if they had continued this on the Super Nintendo, it would have been fucking incredible.
I would have been on board for it. I'd be looking for the games right now if they made sequels to it.
Yeah. I was going to say no at first because 36 is pretty expensive, and it is a relatively short, easy game. But
it is, but you get
a very good story to it. It's a beautiful game, like graphically. We really didn't encounter too much like slowdown. There was a little bit here and there, but the game was still playable.
And there was some input lag, but honestly, it didn't. It actually happened
from it.
No, it didn't, and because I think it only happened so sparingly, and it was never at points where you really just like it was make or break. Like it was just stupid parts where it's like, oh, whoops, I didn't jump.
Yeah. So I mean, we never really encountered the whole, like we did with Holy Diver, where he just didn't jump and fell off of the corner.
Yep.
So like this, and I'm going to agree with you. Actually, I'm going to change to yes. I honestly
think it's worth it. I think you won't.
It's an unsung hero, like Jackie Chan's action kung fu.
It really is.
It's a gem of a game that really nobody talks about. I don't think.
No. And to be quite honest, I mean, you got the expensive little Samson that everybody talks about and everybody thinks is great. I honestly think that this game, I would hold it up on that same pedestal as Little Samson, where this game, more people should be talking about it, but they're not.
No, they really don't.
I don't know why. So I honestly think that it's definitely worth it. Obviously, it's not for everybody, but at the same time, you get so many different genres of games and so many different experiences in one game, but in a cohesive story. You got to try it out.
I would say so, absolutely. And I feel like I remember seeing this on a shop of some sort, but I don't remember when. Maybe not.
I think it's on the Switch.
Maybe?
I think it's part of their Nintendo package.
It could be. I don't know. But there you guys have it. 3 for difficulty, 8 for fun. Yes, it's worth it at 3610. So boom, baby. Hit us up on Facebook.
Hit us up on Twitter.
Go to powertripgaming.tv. Takes you directly with us on the channel.
Yes. Or check out our other content.
Endeavor.
Oh my god. Side quest. That's it. Had another brain fart there. Side quest.
I thought he was talking about the PTG Powercast on iTunes and Stitcher, where we talk about many various topics.
What's that?
The PTG Powercast?
I don't know what that is. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
The one you're a part of?
Is he? He never really adds anything.
He never adds anything.
I don't, because you guys talk about Final Fantasy and
Pokemon.
All that, and Pokemon and all that other.
Well, Pokemon you can talk about.
I can
to a point. Yes, but there you guys have it. Yep. Next time on Power Trip,
we'll play something better, but don't hold your breath.
It won't be.
Honestly, it's not going to be better than this.
Fuck.